So let's begin in a seated position that helps us organize around the centermost aspect of our body. And it's the centermost that you can sense. So if you can sense your spine or your core as that vertical, almost like thin filament of space in your body, however you perceive it, organize around there. And connect to your breath. How we experience our breath around our core and in our core and through our core is the foundation of working with energy. The energy that begets emotions, the energy that begets thoughts, the energy that drives us. It's tucked away in our habits. And just give us a few moments to circle around and circle in. I found that in any types of healing work, this skill to breathe in and to breathe through one's core is one of the most beneficial, leave no trace ways of working with energy, working with ideas, notions, energies, feelings that even seem too big for us at the time. So I think this is a fundamental skill, and I'm happy to revisit it frequently. Got a lot of lively players on today, so let's take a seat in a right over left cross-legged position. I'm going to choose shoelace for this. And if that's a little bit too much on your hips to begin with, make it cross-legged, make it knee pile. And let's work some alternate nostril breathing. When we work alternate nostril breathing, there's kind of a funneling of the breath. And in that funneling, we have this opportunity to work with the breath in a finer way than just our ordinary, perhaps coarser two nostril breathing. So let that fineness filter in and help be an organizing force in our person, in our core. So we're going one nostril at a time. Just patience assists us feeling that fineness. Let's start with the left hand. Left hand thumb closes left nostril. Patiently inhale through the right nostril. No count necessary. Just feeling the skull bones line up over the sit bones. If you need to set your back and back of head against a wall to get vertically organized, that's perfectly fine. And we're going to start off just by switching over to the other nostril. So ring finger goes down, open up the left nostril, exhale out the left. And we'll continue like so, inhaling through the left. Then we switch the closure of the nostrils, exhaling out the right. Let's do a couple more back and forths, just like so. The hand be relaxed, both hands be relaxed. If we got to work together yesterday, letting that hip crease area relax some more and some more. Continue, we'll do one more until we've exhaled out the right nostril. So to work this alternate nostril breathing, we really have to have a light touch with our breath. A light touch around our face, our hands. Okay. When we switch sides, or switch the cross of our legs, we'll insert a tiny amount of hold. Okay. I'm going to switch hands also. I'll talk us through this first round. So my right thumb closes the right nostril. Inhale through the left nostril, patiently till you feel full. Feeling the fineness of that breath moving into your core, your body. Now, when I place my ring finger pad on my left nostril, I'm holding just about a 5 count, very brief. Exhaling out the right nostril, about 10 counts. By prolonging our breath, that too is another way to funnel or assist us in experiencing a finer breath, finer and finer. And we'll inhale through the right. And we're just pausing, holding breath about 5 counts before then exhaling out the left. We'll do another round or so. Once you've exhaled out that left nostril, we can unwind the legs. And let's lie on back. Get a little elbow to knee in our life. So you can bend knees, keeping the feet on the ground. You can bring the feet off the ground. Interlace the hands behind your head. Now, I don't expect that fineness of breath to follow us into every pose, but that doesn't mean we can't have some fun just feeling those gradient changes. Doesn't mean it's not fun to feel a fine breath in our abdominals. Inhale. In an unhurried manner, floating the head and the shoulder blades up. Adding abdominal pressure to just keep the back to the ground. And now exhale, left leg out reaches. Draw low belly down. Inhale, bend left knee. Abdominal pressure down. If the tailbone shifts, that may occur. Exhale, right leg reaches out. Draw low belly down. We'll do 4 more. Inhale, bend the right knee. Abdominal pressure will shift the pelvis. You can feel for that. Exhale, left leg out reaches. Draw the low belly down, which may further shift the pelvis. Inhale, bend left knee. Curling tailbone, exhale. Right leg reaches out. Draw low belly down. All right, let's do the last 3 on our own. That would be 3 on each side. Occasionally, we may be working with something in our person and our body that feels rather inaccessible. Sometimes adjusting and refining our breath actually helps us enter in there, re-inhabit there, understand it. My sense is there's a different quality of caring awareness that rides on a fine, patient breath. I'm just speaking editorially. To me, it feels like a quality of mind that rides on the coarseness and the fineness of one's breath. And I'm all right with being wrong about any of this. Okay. Let's grab our roll or our block. We'll just do one more. And we'll go roll between legs. Legs reach straight up. Twisting abs with a roll. So when we inhale, float the head and the shoulder blades up and off the ground. Holding the breath, holding elevated, squeeze the roll. Adding abdominal pressure may cause the tailbone to kind of lift up a little bit from the ground. Exhale, reach your elbows toward your right thigh. So just the upper half of your trunk turns. Reach out through those leg bones, squeezing the roll. Draw the low belly down. Inhale, come back centrally, but keep the shoulders up. Holding the breath, squeeze the roll. Curling tailbone, exhale, reach elbows toward your left thigh. So it's just the upper part of the trunk that turns. Pull low belly down. Inhale, come back centrally. Squeeze roll. Curling tailbone, exhale, reach elbows toward that right thigh. Relaxing the head into the hands. Keeping the squeeze, pull low belly down, stretching those legs towards sky. Inhale, come back centrally. Pause, hold breath, squeeze, roll. Exhale, curling tailbone, reach elbows left. Squeezy, squeeze. Reach up through those inner legs and feet, pull low belly down. All right, when we inhale centrally, let's just do one more to the right, one more to the left, and we'll rest. So please, have at it. When feeling for a finer and finer breath in the body, I find that I will often lighten the touch on the Ujjayi technique. So you may be feeling yourself wanting to adjust some of that palatal pressure or that tongue shaping. Perfectly fine. The Ujjayi sound make it quite fine, quite soft. Okay. Then we'll remove the roll, set it off to the side, and let's set up for some dolphin. Turn onto a side, press to elbows and knees. When your neck feels relaxed, your chest muscles feel engaged. Curl the toes under, and on exhale, press knees off ground. Dolphin. When we work with larger sensations or bigger intensities, you may just have to amplify that breath, that carrier. So you may just have to get that Ujjayi sounding and move some breath. And do this in a two-stage way. Take your left foot toes, and we'll wrap them around the right heel cord. So first, we're just depressing that right heel nearer to the ground. Now as you feel that stretch onset, connect to breath. So again, breath is kind of like a carrier wave. Helps to move information no matter how large, how fine. All right, inhaling, draw that left foot up. Exhale, reach outward through left hip, leg reaching through the knee joint, to the sole of the foot. Inhaling, bring that left foot down to the ground. Remain in dolphin if you can. And we'll switch sides, right foot toes. Wrap around the left heel cord. Settling into it. Depressing left heel toward ground. And just practice feeling these sensation onsets, these shifts of sensation. Change the breath. This is a multivariate breath. Right? So we can bring the breath up. Right? When we've got a lot of passengers on the shore, we can bring a big boat and carry them across. When there's not a lot of passengers, we can bring a very fine, a very economical boat and listen intimately to those few passengers. Okay. Now let's raise the right foot off heel. And if you feel a sensation shift, an intensity shift, know that you can adjust the breath, match. So you can have that breath, yes, exactly. Match the experience. That's it. Good. Reach out, Marissa. Yes. Can see you get lighter through the whole trunk and core. That's really cool. All right, inhale. Let's set that right foot down. That's plenty. We'll set the knees down. Relax, release. We'll slide hands under shoulders, and on your next exhalation, we'll press back. Downward dog. We'll step into lunge. Inhale, left foot between hands. However, we're going to keep the knee up and the heel up. If you feel like you're just getting the gears kind of lubricated and moving, you can keep the hands down. You can also bring the hands up to thigh or overhead. So kind of playing a little balancing act today. Let the breath match the experience. Right? Let's bring the proper conduit, the proper carrier, the proper vehicle to the experience. And can you feel your breath in a fine way? Okay. Inhale, place the hands down. Exhaling, we'll step the left foot back, lower all the way down to the ground. So belly to earth, 4 cobra. Palms in front of hands. Inhale, palm press down, chest lifts. Reach legs back, hands, arms pull. Exhaling, lengthening the chest forward as you lower. We'll take another breath here. Inhale, hands under the chest. Exhale, downward dog. Lunge. Inhale, right foot between hands. So we go knee up, heel up. If you need some support, keep the hands down. The sensation, the intensity might change as we bring the hands up to thigh or up overhead. Let the breath match the experience. And as we soften through our core, allowing that energy, that information to move fluently through our lightning rod human vehicles, you may sense that Ujjayi technique, that Ujjayi sound gets softer. It may get softer, it may get louder. Inhale, bring the hands to the ground. Exhale, chaturanga. We'll step right foot back. And we'll lower all the way down, belly to earth. Cobra. Reach legs, big toes straight back. Inhale. Pressing the chest slightly up, the elbows slightly up. Pulling so you don't feel crimped up in the low back. Exhale, lower, downward dog. All right, pyramid. Inhale the right foot forward. Pyramid, a straight-legged stance. So I've got my legs about 3 feet apart. Both legs straightened, plus fold. Moving into easy twisting warrior. So inhaling, we'll bend the right knee. And we have to wiggle that left foot back. Here we'll place left hand on the ground, drawing the right arm skyward. So skyward is just part of it. You can reach up and reach back. So you're getting into the chest. Now feel what quality of breath, what quality of mind helps you feel and access the top of the heart. So I'm choosing this pose because statistically, we get into something like this, I'll sense a lot of us missing altogether the mind and the heart, the breath and the heart. So what quality of breath helps you feel inside that top of heart area? For some of us, it may take a little more stick-to-itiveness, like we may have to amplify and kind of open up the flue a little bit and breathe more, more with a little more vigor. For some of us, we have to get really fine, but extremely focused. There you go. That's it. That's it. Yes, 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 exactly. Inhaling, bring the right hand down to the right leg. I'm going to shorten the stance again, stepping the left foot forward. revolve pyramid. So by straightening the legs again, I place my left hand down on a block. So I'm bringing block back into play, drawing right arm skyward. Adding that little bit of twist, a little bit of chest opener. What's the quality of the breath that helps you navigate inwardly? It may not be a blunt tool of force that gets us in every time. And inhaling, we'll bring the right hand down, bend the right knee. When we set the hands down, exhaling, chaturanga. We'll step back, lowering belly to earth. We're going to do some shoulder shrugs here. Okay. Optional move is placing a block between your ankles. Set the hands to the outsides of your shoulders, like 6 inches off to the sides. This means our arms form the shape of a W. I'm going to squeeze those inner legs in. Inhale, belly into the earth. So the hands, the elbows, and the chest raise up a tiny bit. Exhaling, squeeze tops of shoulders, let them go. And then squeeze middle parts of shoulder blades, let them go. And squeeze bottom tips of shoulder blades, let them go. We'll do another. Inhale. Belly into the earth. Chest stays lifting. Hands lift. Elbows are off the ground. And then exhaling, squeeze top parts of shoulders, let up. Middle parts, let up. And then bottom tips, let up. Release. Set it all down. Inhale, hands under chest. Exhaling, downward dog. There's a pyramid for us. Inhale, left foot forward. Legs straightened as we fold. Letting that deep, next several breaths, permeate the back wall of the ribs, reaching into the low back. Kind of growing the wings of the heart laterally, the lungs. Easy twisting warrior. We bend the left knee. Wiggle the right foot back, deepening the stance. Placing right hand on the ground. Inhale, left arm skyward. And again, what is that quality of breath that helps us feel, that helps us know the heart, the area between the shoulders? So it might be a happy accident, but there's probably some learning and a little bit of skill there too. Because we'll be learning, how do I do it uniquely in my body, right, with my layers of conditioning, with my life experience. So we're all a little bit learning how to do it differently, right? That's it, that's it. All right, and that revolved pyramid. So inhaling, we'll bring the right hand down. As we straighten the front leg, we'll step the right foot forward a few inches. Okay. I like bringing the block back into play, just my flavor. Draw the left arm up. And if the back is tender, anyone, you can always prop the block higher or put a couple together. I want you to be able to take care of this sacrum. Sometimes in these folds, if you have any stressful feelings in the sacrum, you just prop up so we can work the traction, the lengthening, the strength of the legs, more so than the bending around the sacrum. Okay, so this is one of those adjustable poses. All right, inhaling, let's bend that left knee, bringing hands to ground. Exhaling, we step back. Remember, there might be a block back there. If so, grab it as we lower down. I'm going to give that block a squeeze for cobra. Stretch legs straight back, shifting the tailbone down. Inhale, belly into the earth. So you're feeling that breath getting under those back bones. Pressing the chest up, pulling the mid-spine away from the low spine. Exhaling, lower, pulling as you lower all the way down. And we can let that block go. Inhale, hands under chest. Exhaling, downward dog. Half moon. Inhale the right foot forward. I think that's how we started. And drawing the left heel hip height. Now I like a block for my right hand. Additionally, I have my left hand on my left hip bone. I'm a little teapot handle. And I can just press. I can press a little bit atop my hip bones. And I can feel that lengthening a tiny bit through the waist and the back tissues. Now, if the sacral pain or issues aren't remedied by flexing the foot and involving the buttock muscle, please know you can put that left sole of foot against a wall, and that will create a lot of support. Kind of just sticking the left foot to a wall. Takes a little setting up, but it's nice. All right, quarter moon. Left hand reach down. Learn if you can grab that left ankle. And if you can't, that's all right. You can grab a pant leg or such. And kind of like our heel to butt moves, got a hold of the left ankle, and I reach that left thigh away from the heart. When we release, we'll set that left foot down. And we're setting up for pigeon that we may grab that back leg. So we'll place left knee down. We'll walk the right leg down. And here's where I'll re-grab that left ankle. So left hand re-grab left ankle, fold forward. So I'm folding not just to my hand, I'm folding down to my right forearm. I'll let the breath match the experience. Almost every healer that I've encountered and all of their combined decades and decades of experience, almost all of them have said the exact same thing. When the energy is big, when the experience is big, work with a deep breath, an adequate vehicle for that experience. And we get to practice that. So if it's a strong sensation in the hips, relax those lips and deepen breath. Good. Let's release that left foot. Inhale, as we set it down, bring hands under shoulders. Exhaling, downward dog. Half moon. Inhale, left foot forward. I choose a block for my left hand. And I bring the right foot heel high up. Let me say that again. Right heel, hip, height. Now flex that right foot. Press back through the heel bone. And what quality of mind, what quality of breath helps you reach right behind those right sacral bones? Is it a kind of a powerfully present breath? Is it a very fine, almost coyote breath that kind of wriggles its way in? Does it have the warmth of care and interest? What is that quality of breath that helps you enter in and inhabit the right side of your pelvis? That's it. Good. That's a really good setup, Joy. Quarter moon. If you're able to grab the right ankle with the right hand, go for it. And if you can't grab the ankle, you just get a few more breaths in half moon, and that's okay also. And if I don't have pants on, I can sometimes get a strap to work. As I'm reaching that right thigh bone backward, and lifting the chest bones forward. let's release. Inhale, the right foot down, the right knee down. We're moving into pigeon, the left leg down. And once the shin and the knee are all the way down, we re-grab the right ankle. Fold or prop your weight on your left forearm, just so the back doesn't have to be too bendy today. I think we did some significant folds yesterday, so I just want to kind of have a neutralish back day. Good. And the quality of brush stroke, breath that helps us feel into the pelvis. How does that go for you? And then as you're listening to Ujjayi, does the Ujjayi sound coarser? Does it sound finer? Are you breathing more voluminously, or is it thinner? There we go. We need all the creative energy we can access this new year. We're doing it. Let's release that right foot down to ground. Inhale, hands under shoulders. Exhaling, downward dog. Gently set knees down. Let's have a seat. I'm going to do one more pose seated. This one gets a little bit twisty. So I've got my right leg straightened out before me. My left knee is bent. So my left leg is down on the ground, bent, heel near groin. And I'm getting my strap ready to loop around my left leg. Let me show you this a little different way. Okay. So, like so. So my right hand, reach behind and grab that strap or that shin. Okay. Inhale, raise the left arm. So getting that. Let's take a couple breaths right here. This is good. Exhaling, spread those left hand bones, and as you reach up, feel those chest bones lifting up. So we're going to need that in a moment. So take another inhaling, sit bones sunk down, chest bones lift. And now exhaling, take this left hand to the outside of your right leg. I'm saying leg, some of you can grab the foot. But I'm grabbing the outside of my right leg, opening the chest to the right. So this is one part turning and chest opening, twisting, and it's one part slight fold or hinge. If you have any back issues, we just roll back the amount of fold and we can just work the twist component. Release. Inhaling, unwind, and we upright our trunk. We'll change sides. Okay. So I straighten the left, bend the right, loop the right. The loop is for my left hand, just because I'm not grabbing my shin today. Inhale, draw the right arm up. And let's work this verticality for a couple of breaths. Exhaling, sit bones, sink down into the earth. Fan open the hand bones, lift. Oh, it's the quality of breath that helps me enter into my heart, my back, my guts. And on your next exhale, turning, our chest will turn to the left. Our right hand grabs some outside part of our left leg or foot. If you can afford, relaxing the right ear to the right. Inhaling, unwind, coming upright. Now let's set up for some shavasana. So we'll unprop ourselves. Add layers where you love and lie back. Shavasana. In Shavasana, it is appropriate to relinquish the technique of Ujjayi, the creation, the deliberate creation of sound and resistance. And Shavasana is a perfect place to feel the breath grow finer. And to be explicit, fineness of breath is not the same as forgetfulness of breath. We're not losing consciousness or losing feeling sensitivity for the breath, our consciousness, our sensitivity is increasingly refining. Almost as if trying to feel every molecule of air striking every nasal hair. Like, so fineness isn't about dropping back, but leaning in attentionally and sensitively. Heightened sense, awareness. I find that when I can rest and work and feel a finer quality of breath, usually for a period of time, feel a greater degree of equanimity, composure. Coherence, unfractured peacefulness. When and if you're ready, I invite you to not disturb any critters that have nested in your shavasana, but to bend knees, turn to a side. The critters love the shavasana. Namaste.